Hello, 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 hello. Hello, my beautiful sunshines. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. Well, I know I haven't been on for a minute. Not that I didn't want to, it's because I've been dealing with a lot of stuff that's been going on. And I've been dealing with like my health issues and things of that nature and other things that I'm doing. And I'm trying to get my book, a new book publishing company that I'm excited about. And it's getting ready to elevate me as a writer, author. And I'm so thankful to God on that. And I want to give my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ some thanks this morning for waking me and my family up and my beautiful subscribers up and their families. And, may God bless you and your family. And, I've been getting, a whole lot closer to God and working on myself and everything. And it feels real good to have God in my life because I miss God so much being in my life and stuff. And so, you know, um, I had to do that. I had to get my Lord and Savior back in my life. Um, we're going to be talking about a number of stuff today, and I got to get my stuff moved around because I have to have my thing. I'm going to put it up a little higher. And oh yes, everyone, I've got me a she shed slash brand slash work shed for me and my daughter to do our stuff on. I mean, to work at. And, you know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get organized here. Bear, excuse me, bear with me a minute. Bear with me. Bear with me a minute. Okay. All right. Sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get things. I should have did all that before hand, but I didn't. And I've got to get my light. All right. Excuse me for not having my stuff together like I was supposed to had it, but I had some other stuff that I was doing before I came on, and so I didn't get a chance to do it like I wanted to do it like I really wanted to do it. So, um, yes, acts like doesn't want to do right. Um, Lord, give me strength. Give me a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. Getting set up to do a live takes more than what y'all think it does. It takes a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. But like I was saying, I have been doing a lot of things and trying to take care of a lot of stuff, and like I say, getting my life right with God, spending a lot of time with my family, us going on trips and everything. We went to Virginia Beach July the 16th, and we had a blast. We stayed there for 3 days, 16th, 17th, and 18th. We came back on the 19th. We had a blast. Took all the grandkids. Mine is one of my grandkids, but I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her soon. I'm gonna start working on that too. I'm gonna start working on that as well. But like I said, I got me and my daughter a she shed slash praying shed slash work shed that we're gonna be working, doing our work in here together, and we're gonna be making things. See, my goddaughter Pie, she made this sign for me, as you can see, Kathy's Creations. And then on the back, she has my daughter's sign, Mariah's at Aesthetics, which my daughter makes waist beads. And I do gift baskets and everything else. I make a whole lot of other stuff too. Let me show you something I made for my sister for her birthday. I made this for her, my sister Vanessa. She loves butterflies. So I made this for her, as you can see. I did a little pot thing for my desk, as you can see. And let me show you the wreath that I made. I made for my my third mom. I made her some wreaths to go in their house when they move. I made this one, as you can see. Made her that one, and I made her this one. Aren't they pretty? So I made those for my for my for my third mom, my sister Vanessa's mother. So I made them for her because they're going to be moving soon. So I made them for her. So we have a lot of stuff to cover today, and I'm so excited. For one, did y'all hear about the security guard that got jumped by the white people in Alabama? Um, he messed around and found out how we get down. Um, I want to pull that up because I mean that would, and how the young black guy, he jumped out the boat, and the boat was named Harriet, after Harriet Tubman. Yes. So I want to get into that. Like I said, we've got so much stuff to cover until It ain't even funny, and I'm glad that I came on because I haven't been on in a while. Like I said, I've been, you know, dealing with other stuff, you know. So sometimes we have to deal with things in life, and life is a hectic thing, and it really can be like stressful and stuff that you have to deal with and the people that you have to deal with and stuff, and it becomes draining sometimes, and it drains you mentally and physically. But you have to pray and ask God to help you and give you strength to get through it, because if you don't ask God to give you strength, it's going to run you crazy, it's going to drive you crazy, because trust you me, it's been driving me crazy. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. It has been driving me crazy. Um, hmm. He got jumped in Alabama, and you know what kind of state that is. You know what kind of place that is. But guess what? He messed around and found out. Okay, and this is coming from the YouTuber. Let me see. Where's my glasses? I'm gonna have to put on my glasses, y'all, because I can't see. I want to. Oh Lord, I want to give the YouTuber a shout out. This is coming from Loose Spot, and this is where they jumped the guy in Alabama, and they messed around and found out that we don't play about 1 hour. Now we really need to come together and start sticking together like this. Not this time, but we need to stick together like this all the time. If we stick like this all the time, it would be less killing and a lot of less mess going on. Trust me, it would. That woman, whoever that was, she sounds funny. They talking. You hear them? You hear them? They telling. They doing it. No, it was okay as long as all them was jumping on them and beating them, and nobody was coming to the rescue. But lo and behold, da messed around and found out. And all those black people were there. And do you think that our kind was gonna sit there and let them beat on us? On one of our on one of us. I'm so can't get my words out. Do you think that we were gonna sit there and let them beat on 1 hour? No. Like they said, he effed around and found out. They effed around and found out. See if I can make it bigger. Yes. So, like I said, they effed around and found out that we were not playing about 1 hours. We were not playing about 1 hours. And we weren't going to stand there and let them be on one hour kind. We were not going to stand there and let that happen. And we need to put this energy like that together all the time. We need to be like this all the time. White people think that we cannot go nowhere, we cannot have nothing. But states like Alabama and Mississippi and Tennessee and some of them other states, they are racist. They are real racist. I live in North Carolina, and this is a racist state too. This is a racist state too. Where I live at in Haw River, they are racist. But let me tell you something. They don't bother you as long as you stay to yourself or you doing what you're supposed to be doing. They don't bother you and they don't mess with you. Trust you me, they don't. But in some of these states, they will harass you and they will harass you. They will stop you. They will bother you for no reason. They'll stop you if you got a nice car or whatever. They see you got a nice car or whatever and stuff. They'll stop you automatically. They think black people are drug dealers and all this and that. We can't be doctors and lawyers and all that and just ain't have a nice car. We got to be a drug dealer to be driving a certain type of car. No, honey, there's doctors and lawyers and, FBI agents and all kinds of people drive nice cars. Not just white people drive nice cars. There are black doctors, black lawyers, black judges, black pastors that drive nice cars. Working class people, working class black people, middle class black people drive nice cars. Even some poor people drive nice cars. Why? Because they get out there and they work their tail off for it. They work their tail off for it. And I bet you 9 times out of 10, somebody white called the police because those black people were beating them white people's behind. But it was okay for them to stand up there. Where was the police called at then when all those white people was jumping on that black security guard because he asked them to do something and they want to get out there and they want to jump on them and make it like they were Billy Bad, you know what? And they effed around and they found out that they got that behind toe up. But 9 times out of 10, I bet you a white person called the police. But they didn't call the police when them white people was down there beating on that black man. Ain't that strange? Ain't that crazy? Isn't that right? And like they said, we might be free and all this and that, but to me, we're still not free. Because we're still going through mess like this. We're still going through mess like this. You can go in the store, they'll follow you around the store and stuff, see if you shoplifting. And you can have a wad of money in your pocketbook. And they still gonna follow you around the store to see if you stealing. Let a white person go in there. Let a black person and a white person go in there together. You know who they're gonna be watching? They're gonna be watching that black woman. That white woman, they're not gonna watch. And that white woman could be the one that's stealing every daggone thing. And walk right out with it in their face and not say nothing. But people say we're free. No, we're not free. We're still not free. Because we're still, in an aspect, getting treated like slaves. Modern day slaves. We still being treated like that, people. We still being treated like that. And now I want to talk about this girl, this 19-year-old girl, accused of dumping her baby in a trash can. She suffocated her baby. Her mother act like she didn't know she was pregnant and stuff. How in the world are you gonna walk around with your stomach poked out like that and saying that you're gaining weight, but you're not gaining weight nowhere else but in your stomach? Make it make sense. And now she's trying to sue the hospital. Yes, she's trying to sue the hospital. She's trying to sue the hospital. Let me let y'all look at this. Low-income Americans, you've got to hear this. Low-income Americans can now qualify for a $1,400. And this YouTuber, it's Law and Crimes Network. Yeah. It's called Law and Crime Network on YouTube. So go over there and check them out and subscribe to their channel as well. They bring good content.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Serialously. With me, Annie, your true crime bestie, here to break down another crazy case for you today. Now, guys, really quick actually, before we jump right in, can you just take a quick moment? Make sure you're following the podcast, give it a little 5-star rating and review, do your thing, and then we're gonna get into this because this case is probably one of the most not only horrific but bizarre cases that I've heard about in a while. So I knew that I needed to jump on here and just break it down for you guys. I needed to talk with my true friend.
Oh Lord.
And kind of, I don't want to say behind the scenes, but you get a different lens of the case from this footage to where you're like, what the fuck was even that reaction? What are they talking about? Anyways, it's crazy. So the case we're talking about today is almost completely unbelievable. And yet at the same time, it's unbelievably common. It's tragic, upsetting, and very, very confusing. Imagine this. Imagine being a cheerleader in your senior year of high school, and then suddenly finding yourself in the center of viral police body cam that is plastered all over the internet and the news. That's exactly what happened to Alexi Trevizo. And in her story, there are two versions: the truth and a huge, fat lie. According to police, Alexi had been keeping a secret for a long time, 9 months to be exact. They believe that she knew that she was pregnant and she did something awful with her baby once it was born. However, some aspects of this case aren't just about one girl's personal ordeal. You'd think that now in 2023, women would realize that they have so many options when it comes to unplanned pregnancies. Even if they truly do find out that they are pregnant at the same time that the child is being delivered. Stories like this shine a light on how societal expectations, family pressure, fear, shame, judgment, ignorance,
Amen.
and
Yes.
can lead to tragic and deadly consequences.
Yes, it can. Yes.
Maybe it's not that at all, and some people are just straight up evil. In Alexi's
Yes,
case,
they are.
it led to being charged with murder. So did Alexi even know that she was pregnant? Or did she
I believe she did know, because watch how her belly looks. I'm gonna show you some another video of her belly sticking out.
After the baby was born. In this episode, we're going to try to sift through all of the lies and hopefully get to some semblance of the truth. This is another ongoing case, so just remember everything here is alleged and backed up by court documents, and anything else is strictly my opinion. So get ready, guys, and let's get into it.
The Artesia teen delivered him in secret in the hospital bathroom and left him there.
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months?
We're getting a much clearer picture of the confusion, shock, and ultimately horror.
It was a gory, bloody massacre mess. I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
Right.
Betsy, have you watched the news of the girls, that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
Alexi Treviso has brown hair and brown eyes and wears glasses. She is from Artesia, New Mexico, which only has around 12,000 people. Not much is known from her childhood other than her parents divorced, and she has one sister. It's believed her and her sister live with her mom and her stepdad. Alexi was in her senior year of high school, where she was on the varsity cheer squad, had tons of friends, and had a boyfriend for almost 3 years. Alexi and her mom Rosa were very close. Even though Alexi was 19 during her senior year of high school, it seemed that she and her mother had very much of a I don't care how old you are, even if you're still in high school, you're a child type of dynamic between the two of them, which is fair to an extent, I guess. On the night of January 26th, 2023, Alexi came home from cheer practice, and she went to bed relatively early, but she woke up shortly after from extreme pain that she was having in her lower back. She woke up her mom before 11:30, told her what was going on, and they decided that she should go and see a doctor that night.
time she's in labor.
Artesia General Hospital emergency room and told the doctor on duty what was going on.
Bam! HelloFresh. Guys, shrimp spaghetti with the kick is what we're gonna make. You guys know that HelloFresh makes cooking dinner easy, fun, and affordable. Let's do this. Everything is already pre-packaged, pre-portioned, so you guys have no food to waste. HelloFresh is so good, you guys. Me and Des have it every other night, and it's absolutely delicious. They have 50 different kind of menu.
With the lower back pain, the doctor was concerned that she may have a urinary tract infection or something more serious could be happening with her kidneys. The doctor then asked if she was pregnant, and Alexi adamantly said no, and that she was still a virgin. Rosa, her mom, was also in the room and also told the doctor that there is no way that she is absolutely not pregnant. However, the doctor wanted to do a pregnancy test anyway to rule it out. Before the pregnancy results came back, Alexi was given some pain medication. This is the ER doctor and charge nurse's recollection of that evening.
She presented, I want to say it was around 11:30 at night. I don't have the chart in front of me, so there's some details I'm going to have to read yesterday.
Oh, Lord.
From my recollection.
I'm sorry, y'all. I've got to get my stuff better than this.
Sounds like she had gone to bed and then woken her mother up. And so her mother brought her in. And when I initially evaluated her, she really wouldn't sit still. She wouldn't really let me examine her. She had on a very baggy sweatshirt. And, a 19-year-old with back pain, the vast majority of the time, that's not going to be anything serious. For but she was just not really acting right, and so I became concerned that there was something else going on, potentially kidneys or something like that. I asked the patient and her mother if she could be pregnant. The mother said no, under no circumstances. I could buy pads for her every month. And so I ordered our normal evaluation, which would be some basic labs, including a pregnancy test, as well as a CAT scan of the abdomen and pelvis to make sure she didn't have a kidney stone or something like that. The pregnancy test came back positive an hour late, maybe 45 minutes later. I can't tell you exactly how much time kind of lapsed when I became aware that her test was positive. So at that point, we sent it for a blood confirmatory test, which is what we call a quantitative HCG, which tells us, it gives us a number instead of just a positive or negative for pregnancy test. It gives us a number. And the reason why that number was really significant was because one of the concerns that you would always have in a young woman who was having back or abdominal pain could be a tubal pregnancy.
There was some issues because they ran a pregnancy test on her and they found out she was pregnant. And she was adamant, the mother was in the room with her and was adamant and designed to.
Did you see that? Or it was
No, Chris came to me and told me this is what was going on because we're having an issue.
okay.
And he was worried about the mother, the dynamics between the mother and the daughter, because the daughter was completely denying she was pregnant, and the mother was relatively upset about that she was pregnant.
After that, Alexi was in the room with her mom and other hospital staff, and it was about 1:39 a.m. when all of a sudden, Alexi had an intense urge to go to the bathroom. In the hospital surveillance video, you can see Alexi running to the bathroom holding her butt. Less than a minute later, her mother Rosa comes to check on her to make sure that everything is okay. Alexi didn't open the door, and Rosa seems to be talking to her through the door, and we don't really know what was said here, but she ended up walking back to the hospital room. Alexi was in the bathroom for about 10 minutes before her mom came back to check on her for a second time. But again, she doesn't open the door, and Rosa went back to the room.
Yeah, then from there we gave her some pain medication. She started feeling a little better, and then she said she needed to go have a bowel movement, and that's kind of when the whole thing happened.
So what did you do after that? So when she went to do the bowel movement, where were you at?
Initially, I was at the nurse's station, and then at some point I went and kind of checked on her, knocked on the door, see if she needed anything. She denied. She said she didn't need anything.
Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
Flush, toilet flush?
Yes, after a while I started hearing. So I probably checked on her 2 to 3 times, I'm not exactly sure. And then I just kept hearing paper towel dispenser and flushing and like the water running. I knocked again, did she need anything? Denied anything. And then eventually it got to a point where I said, you need to come out. And I asked the clerk to get the key to unlock the door. Obviously she locked the door to go to the restroom. And whenever we finally had the key to unlock it, she opened it and just kind of walked out.
Did she say anything at that
She didn't
point?
say anything. She was just looking kind of straight past me and went back to the room.
Did you look into the restroom?
I did.
Yeah, what did you see?
Went into the restroom and I saw a large amount of blood.
Where?
It was on the floor. It appeared to, like, she had tried to wipe it up in places. It was kind of on the back wall behind the commode, the toilet. And so I said, you okay, what happened? And she said, I'm here. And she said, and she walked out. And then I went in. At this point, we had already received the positive pregnancy lab test.
When was that?
I couldn't tell you the exact time, but I know prior to that, we got a positive pregnancy test on it.
Okay, prior to the bowel movement, did you tell her that we got a positive?
No, the doc hadn't been in there to tell her yet.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so went in there, and I did look into the trash can at that time to see if there had been anything tossed, but the liner was fresh and completely empty.
Now, there seems to be a little bit of a discrepancy between the hospital staff on whether or not she was told that she was pregnant or not before going to the bathroom. But it could be because these interviews were 3 months after the incident. The fact that she said that the bathroom was bloody because of a period is absolutely appalling. and the staff didn't believe her, thinking maybe she had a miscarriage. But what they discovered in the bathroom was absolutely horrifying.
She had buzzed to go to the bathroom, so one of the nurses was going in there anyways, because she was going to set up for them to do pap smear and everything. So she was like, "Oh, go ahead and disconnect her," and she'd go to the bathroom. So I was like, "All right." So she was in the bathroom, and then Chris, which is one of our other nurses, he was like, because I was like, "Dang, she's flushing that toilet like an awful lot."
Oh, so you noticed her toilet
flushing? Yes. And then he was like, "Well, damn." So I went and I knocked on the door, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just having a hard time going to the bathroom," is what she replied. So I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "Well, push the call light if you need anything."
So you told her to push the call light?
Yeah, if she needed anything. And then like a few more flushes had gone by, and then that's when Chris was like, "I don't know," because I told him, "What if she's having a miscarriage in there and, flushing stuff down the toilet?" So he knocked on the door, and he's like, "You gotta unlock this door." And then she wouldn't reply, and he's like, "If you don't reply," and he goes, and then that's when she heard him call for me. And he was like, "Laura, you got the spare key to this bathroom?" I was like, "Yeah," because we keep like our ring of keys by the desk where I sit. So I went and I got the key, and just as we were getting ready to open the door, she opened it, and all I saw was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like horror film.
Now, was it covering the floor, or was it like splotches?
You could tell she was wiping it up with paper towels because it was like smeared.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, the floor was just smeared with blood, blood on the wall, like on the toilet and stuff. And
do you remember which wall?
Oh, it was like the back wall between the toilet and the sink.
In your line of work, what would cause that kind of splatter?
I think something that got pulled out or ripped. Like if you ripped something and blood just went, it was like once you see the photo, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just.
So like you say, like rip, like something went like that?
Yeah, like when you rip something, or if you cut something and you go, like you swing your hand and blood just splatters.
Okay, so
that's how it looks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just kept hearing the paper towels and stuff.
Get school supplies at Five Below. We know you're busy.
Okay.
So we've got everything ready to go to show up.
Now,
pencils, binders, and more starting at.
How in the world did she not know that she was having a baby? How did she not know that she was 9 months pregnant and ready to deliver? When she was having back pains and all that, she was in labor then. She was in labor then. So she kept this from everybody, saying that, she wasn't pregnant. She didn't have no baby and stuff. But now she wants to turn around and she wants to sue the hospital. I'm trying to figure out how they're going to do that when in photos you saw her at school. She was a cheerleader. Her stomach was sticking out like this. She said that she was gaining weight, but you're not gaining weight nowhere else but here. Unless you got a tumor or something is going on with your stomach. Your stomach is swollen that big. The only time my stomach ever been like this is when I was pregnant with my 5 kids. I lost I lost 2 kids. And like I said, the only time my stomach has been full big like that is when I was 9 months pregnant. I was feeling the same back pains as Alex. Well, I can't pronounce her name. It starts with a T. I can't pronounce her last name. The little 19-year-old girl that gave birth to her baby in the hospital. And I think she suffocated the baby and rolled him up and put him in a plastic bag and put him down in the trash can and then put some more trash over him. And then the cleaning lady went there and she discovered that she went to pick up the trash bag, and she's like, it's heavier and something must be in there. So she said when she dug back, she saw the baby in there, and she got distraught very quickly, and she ran and she got other people to come to see and stuff. And that's where the nurses and them saw the baby in there and stuff. And I guess that's when they called the police and everything, and the police came in and all that. But the way her mother was acting very, very strange. Very, very strange. And when I got pregnant and stuff, when I got pregnant with my child when I was 16, yeah, I was scared to tell my mom too. But I went and I talked to my mom because me and my mom had a relationship where I could come and I could tell my mom anything. My mom was my best friend, regardless of how scared I was or how afraid I was to disappoint my mom. I come up in there like that. I still went and told my mom. I still went and told her because I knew sooner or later that I was going to get the showing anyway. There was no way I could hide it. There was nothing I could do with it or whatever. And think about killing a child or whatever that I bring into this world by my hands is no way. I would never do that. They grown now. All of them's in their 30s. You know, I'm 54. And my oldest is 35. And I have 10 grandkids, soon to be 11. So, you know, I mean, and my baby is 30 years old. And my knee baby, she's 31. Then my other daughter, she's 32. Then I have a 34-year-old and a 35-year-old. So, I mean, my 35-year-old about to be 36. So, in October. So, doing that, killing a child, I could never, ever, 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 ever do. I could never, ever kill a child. And then the people at the kids at school said that she was alive because she picked out a name for the baby, that she did know that she was like that. And I believe her mom did too. Her mom knew that she was like that because there is no way on God's green earth that woman did not know that that girl was pregnant. And there is no way. And the way she was up, the way the mother was acting is ludicrous. The way the mom was acting, it was crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely madness. There is no way that she didn't know that girl was having no baby. She knew that girl was having a baby. She knew it. She knew it. And now trying to sue the hospital. What are you suing the hospital for? What? What are you suing the hospital for? You're the one that went in there and had your Lord have mercy. People need to take accountability for what they do and stop trying to place the blame on everybody else for what they do. They need to stop blaming everybody else for their mishaps and their mistakes and need to own up because God is going to fix you in the end. She's going to have to stand up before God one of these days, and God's going to ask her, why did she kill her child? And what you going to say? You blame the hospital for it? No, because it's on tape, dummy. It's on tape, dummy. They saw you when you ran in the bathroom. They went in there and saw a blood bath in there. And you was in there. They heard you rolling the paper towels off the thing, trying to wipe the blood up. Crazy. But you're trying to sue the hospital. Sue the hospital for what? You're not going to win. That's one fight you're not going to win. And I hope your ass sit there and rot in jail. Excuse my language. I hope you rot. I hope you rot. Because you had no right to take that innocent baby's life. If you didn't want that baby, you could have called somebody and you could tell them, look, I just had a baby. I don't want my mom to know, but your mama already knew. Her and her mama plotted and planned this, I believe. You could have told the people at the hospital, I don't want this baby. You know, call social service or whatever, and had them come and drop the baby out. I'm getting ready to be a foster parent. I love kids. I'm looking to adopt foster care parent for adoption because I want me another child. I want me another child. So I'm getting ready to become a foster mother and adoption. There's people out here that can't have kids that would have loved to have that angel, that precious little angel. It's crazy. These young people are crazy nowadays. They are insane. When I tell you they're insane, they are really insane. And they have no soul. They have no soul. It's like the devil has just taken over them. And let's talk about this Queen Op. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her, but she is a disgusting, foul young woman. She is disgusting and foul. And I wouldn't have a daughter like that. I wouldn't want a daughter like that. And I want you to check out some of her lives. Listen to this. Listen to her. She was the one that was beating the girl named Shell on live and making her eat dog food and wiping dog poop on her head. Then she got with Toothless Dyke, and then she was began to beat on, and the
I'm a bitch because I'm asking you a question.
you see how they talking? You see how they talking? And they called the police and they had Shell taken out of there. And both of them went to jail, but they're out now and they're back on live begging and asking people for money and all that. Yeah, so but listen at the live, listen at what they stuck together now. Shell is no longer there for them to beat on and abuse and talk bad about, and everybody else bashing Shell and talking trash about Shell.
You got my nerves, but I'm shaking right now because my nerves is there. I get you sad, like, no matter what, but bro, come on, not that, my nigga, no, not that. I'm not having nobody thinking that I ran up in your shit, bro, and you know me better than that. Maybe that's why you ain't say what you needed to say to the bitch, because you probably thought the same shit.
No, when she said it to me, it put me on guard.
I swear to God, I believe like a crack. I swear to God, just back the fuck up. Back up. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
They said that she was gonna end up whooping her butt, and that girl was gonna be her downfall, and it was.
Why you really gonna look at me like I'm crazy?
Cause you really talking to me like you didn't just say what the fuck you just said.
I asked you when did you get the AirPods? That's all I asked.
But you know what that, Sierra, you're not stupid. You know what that insinuates. You know what that insinuates, my nigga. You know what it do. You know what it do. You know what it do. You know what it do, bro. You know what it do.
So you gonna hit me with some fucking AirPods?
You know what it do. Like,
you wanna hit me with some fucking AirPods?
That's how you do me.
You wanna hit me with some fucking AirPods though?
That's how you do me. That's how you do me. That's what you say the shit that you say, and then I'll react on how I react, and then that's how you
stop being loud.
No, and that's how.
Can you please stop being loud?
Bro, I swear to God. I swear to God.
I'll leave you alone. Okay.
Now they was over there on Instagram doing this mess.
Y'all, anyway.
So I decided to throw my life away over.
Well, you chose that, honey.
I decided to.
That's your karma for what you did to Shell.
A bitch that couldn't even buy me food today. A bitch that couldn't even buy me food today, y'all. And I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. It is what it is. I'm grown. I make my own mistakes. I made the bed and I'm laying. It's that simple. But I had to buy the food today.
Well, that's what you chose to do. You chose to do your best friend like that. Then you got another, you went and got a real nut that you thought you were crazy, and this hoe don't have no teeth. Don't have no teeth, no job, no nothing. Out there doing all kind of stuff to you. And now this is what you wanted over your friend and the way you did your friend. And you was friends with Shell for years. And then you met this thing and ain't even been with this thing long enough. And then here you go, got this thing, beating up Shell, doing all kinds of stuff to Shell. But I'm glad Shell is out of that. God is good.
Nobody told her to do nothing. None of the shit that she did. Nobody told her to do that. None of the shit that she ever did in this entire situation. She did it on her motherfucking own. And a lot of the time she was told to fucking stop. Fuck are you talking about? Everybody want to paint their motherfucking. It's cool. So these little receiving blankets so cute, y'all.
Now she's staying in a hotel, begging people for money, asking to send asking people to send her dollars and all this and that. When it's her fault that she let this thing make her lose. Like I said, the devil knows your weakness, and the devil knew what she was wanting and looking for. The devil sent her right over there and messed her behind up. See, when you play with the devil, this is what the end results is. He's never going to show you your demise. He's never going to show it to you. He's never going to show it to you.
And guess what?
And God sent that thing there, that toothless thing there, that piece of worthless trash there. And now all her, as you can see, all her, come here, baby. All her, luck and everything that she had and lost her friend and all that is went down the drain.
What if her is the last thing on my mind? Okay? I can't even walk without fucking feeling like I'm about to go into labor. I don't care. Nobody, not by no fucking reason. I'm trying to keep this baby until my due date. That's what I'm trying to do. Keep the baby until my due date. It's another bag of stuff that's missing. I'm not even going to ask her because I don't even feel like arguing with this bitch for real. I don't feel like arguing with her. She can go ahead and go herself. I'm about to actually call it a night, y'all, because it was her family. She said she thought y'all was going to be separated if y'all got out. Bro, clock said the same thing my best friend said. My best friend said the same exact shit. Even she said she thought it was going to be over once we got out of jail. That's what she said. The dog is with a family member, y'all. Dinner. I bought my dinner. I'm about to just eat some soup and watch TV, y'all. And I'm going to just get back on here with y'all tomorrow, y'all, because I'm just like...
And that's what people sit up and pay.
My sister cut me off, y'all. My sister cut me off because I told her that I was meeting up with Danny. And she literally felt like, of course, like, everybody else, like, she literally felt like Danny the reason you won this and the third. So I'm losing out on family members because I'm still choosing to be with you.
Well, that's your fault.
I feel like you're the reason in my life.
I mean, that's you. That's her fault. That's her fault that she chose to lose her family and all that. She chose that thing. She chose that thing over her friend. She chose that thing over everybody. She chose that. She chose that life. When you choose that, when you ask for something, what? Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. And I want to thank you and say hello to all my new subscribers. I love you. I thank you. I'm going to try to be on here more than what I've been. I'm going to be bringing things and showing you the things that I made. And so, I wanted to show you one couple of more things I'm doing for fall. I'm already starting for fall. As you see, I made this. I'm already ready for fall. I am so ready for it. I am so ready for it. Let me show you. I made this for my daughter to go on her side. And so I will be back on hopefully soon. I don't know which day I'm going to come back on, but I'm going to come back on sometime this week. I want to tell you guys I love you, and I hope that you and your family have a wonderful week, and I hope God blesses you with your heart's desire. And don't forget to tell someone that you love them today, because tomorrow is not promised to no one. And try to stick with each other. Stick with each other. Check up on each other. Until the next time, this has been Mrs. Kathy's Creation. I'm so used to saying Mrs. Diamond. This has been Kathy's Creations, and I'm your lovely host, Kathy, and I will see you later. Bye. Bye, guys.